had from Oberon was this lovely gorilla. All right, let's find out. The name of the story is Ivan, the remarkably true story of the shopping mall gorilla. In the leafy calm, in gentle arms, a gorilla's life began. The baby was born in a tropical forest in Central Africa. He was part of a large family of western lowland gorillas. The troop included babies, juveniles, females, and a male leader, the silverback. The more the baby gorilla grew, the more he played, the more he played, the more he learned. He rode on his mother's back and he listened to the hoots and the grunts and the chest beats of his father. He watched the older gorillas, clever and quick, as they wrestled and chased and swung from vines. He did not learn about humans until it was too late. Poachers with loud guns and cruel hands stole the little gorilla and another baby gorilla. After thousands of miles and endless days in a black, damp crate, at last came light and fresh air. The jungle, green with life, was gone. The gorillas had traveled halfway around the world to Tacoma, Washington. A man who owned a shopping mall had ordered and paid for them, just as you would for a couple of pizzas or a pair of shoes. People cooed and laughed and held the babies, and they dressed them in human clothes and they fed them human food. The shopping mall owner ran a Name the Baby contest, and the winning names were Burma and Ivan. One dark day, soon after the babies arrived in their strange new worlds, Burma became very sick. Without her, Ivan was all alone, with too much left to learn. While he was little, Ivan was cute and cuddly, and for 3 years he lived in a home, just like a human child. He slept in a bed, and he went to baseball games, and he held babies, and he rode on a motorcycle. But he had to learn lots of things gorillas do in the world, but he didn't have to know them anymore. The one thing Ivan didn't need to learn was how to eat. The more he ate, the bigger he grew, and the less he could live in a human house, a human life. A cage in the mall became his new home. There wasn't very much to do. Sometimes he'd watch TV, sometimes he'd play with an old tire, sometimes he'd finger paint. Mostly he watched the humans watching him. Ivan was about 13 years old when his coat began to shimmer with silvery white hair. He had grown into a silverback gorilla. In the jungle, he would have been ready to protect his family. But here, he had no family to protect. Year after year passed. People began to grow angry about Ivan's lonely life. Children and adults wrote letters and signed petitions and held protests. Ivan lived in his cage without the company of other gorillas for 27 years before he was sent on another journey. This time the hands were gentle, and Zoo Atlanta was not a jungle. It was a place with walls, but still the breeze carried jungle sounds and scents. Scientists who understood the needs of gorillas helped Ivan adjust slowly and carefully and gently to his new life. Finally, it was time. Was Ivan ready? Oh, the cameras clicked and the reporters watched. And when Ivan stepped onto the cool green grass, the sunlight gleaming on his silver hair, people cheered and laughed and wept with joy. Ivan, the shopping mall gorilla, was in a place with trees and grass and other gorillas at last. In leafy calm and gentle arms, the gorilla's life began again. Of course, it wasn't the jungle, but it was a lot better than the shopping mall. And he lived rather happily ever after. And that's the story of Ivan. All right. today. It's a sad story, isn't it? Today, we're going to celebrate Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton's birthday. It was actually yesterday, but we had other birthdays. So today is going to be a warm, happy birthday to an American patriot, Alexander Hamilton. All right? He, remember, was married to Eliza Schuyler. But we don't know. Oh, he lived a long, long, long time ago. We have no idea what he liked, vanilla or chocolate. But we had the votes from all the children coming in. All right? For chocolate, we have Martha and James and Anna and Molly and Alice and Ben and Bee and Bevy and Henry and Riley and Tate, Sophia, India, Eliza, Peggy, Angelica. For vanilla, we have Clara and KJ, Scarlett and Rafa, Henry and Rocky, Joseph, Christopher, Harris, Marta, Graham, Audrey, Lila, Hudson, Marlo, Maxine, Lucy, and Frida. And Jolene. Oh, Jolene wants vanilla. All right, let me count. 18 for vanilla. 16 for chocolate. So Alexander Hamilton is getting a vanilla cake. We ready to sing? All right, let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alexander. Happy birthday to you. All right, do you have a clue, Oberon? Let me see. Oh, here, very nice. Nice bright clue. All right, put it down. Thank you, Oberon. Thank you, cameraman Dan. And remember, I love you all very, very much.